cost.
This is the way Carlos Justo likes to sell houses, multi-million-dollar houses.
That one I sold, that one I sold, that one I sold, that one I bought.
Want to buy a home on Miami Beach's star-studded Star Island? Carlos claims he has sold more homes there than anyone.
This is Puff Daddy right here, which was the best deal, in my opinion. Next one's owned by the Estefans. I sold that to them. 2 doors down is Rosie O'Donnell.
When the Miami market was hot, Carlos was red hot, selling $200 million in real estate in 1 year to multimillionaires and to billionaires. He used a helicopter the way most agents use a car.
Typically, whenever I get a client on a helicopter like this, they see the knowledge of the market, they perceive it differently. I get them forever. They end up saying, okay, this is my team, this is my guy.
The guy who became a living legend. Just a few years ago, a program called $1 Million Agents on the cable channel TLC celebrated him as the biggest fish in Miami's shark-infested pool of real estate agents.
I have no idea where you're going, and I have no idea where to get there. Make a left. Why don't you make a left here?
When times were good, he toured around town in his chauffeur-driven Rolls-Royce. $1 million homes weren't his business. He was only interested in multi-million-dollar homes and the people who owned them or wanted to. That was then. Today, the Rolls has been replaced by a Land Rover, and the high flyer, who was worth $20 million in 2005, is now $12 million in debt and declaring bankruptcy. So you owned this home?
I owned this home, and it didn't sell. We did the renovation. It didn't sell for about 6-7 months.
In better times, home was this $7 million Miami mansion. When the market tanked, Carlos could no longer afford the taxes, $135,000 a year, and the mortgage.
And how much did you lose in the process?
Over $2 million, like 2.7.
This one is gone. He still owns 5 homes, all facing foreclosure.
How many homes did you own?
I don't know, 12.
12 homes. And what happened to the 7 that are gone?
Well, either sold or lost.
To the banks.
And along with my millions.
It is a story of a spectacular rise and fall. Carlos Justo came to Miami from Cuba at age 11. He began his working life as a janitor and flipping burgers at McDonald's and became a multimillionaire. Soon it will all be gone.
All my properties that I have a mortgage on, I believe, are in foreclosure.
But he refuses to be seen as a victim.
I did it. It was all my doing.
How do you describe what drove you?
Greed, ego. Nothing is ever enough. When the ego drives you, it's like it's more and more and more.
Did you just want to become a billionaire?
I have no idea what I wanted to do. Don't you stop when you have enough? No, let's go create more.
By every measure, it worked very well for a while.
Are you freaking crazy? What do you mean it didn't get affected that much? You want the statistics? The number of sales are probably down 80%, and on some markets, they're probably down 50% in value.
Today, he is scrambling to keep his business alive and his head above water as bankruptcy court looms and 12 lawsuits threaten to sink him.
My business is basically selling real estate, and I decided to become an investor. That was really my downfall.
So what do you call this neighborhood?
Indian Creek Village.
A village of just 32 homes, a golf course and a police force of 14. One of the most exclusive addresses in America. Call it Billionaires Row.
Here is Julio Iglesias, Carl Icahn, Don Shula.
That pink house is one of the more modest homes here, and Carlos is trying to sell it for this woman.
How are you? Anne McDougall, McDougall.
And
there are lots of other names in between, but I've been married. This is my 3rd marriage.
And this is her 3rd home. She'd like to simplify life if someone would pay her around $11 million for it.
Why don't you tell her the structure, the concept?
You know that I'm interested only in money.
Okay, oh, it's so beautiful. Okay, so let me give you the basic numbers.
Okay.
Okay, $2 million now, and then they would lease the home for up to 5 years.
It's a creative lease-buy deal. Carlos says that's what's necessary to move houses in a down market, and wants nothing of it. But when it comes to Carlos, she is a big fan.
He's a fabulous, fabulous person, and he brings an excitement wherever he goes. And I don't know, he's inspiring that way. He does something to people, and he does come up with some amazing deals.
The $20 million he had just a few years ago has turned into $12 million in debt. That doesn't turn you off dealing with him?
No, because he hasn't basically changed. I mean, his personality is the same, and it's my feeling that he will probably be back in a great position again.
Not many real estate agents can boast that they share their penthouse apartment with a group of Buddhist monks, but Carlos does. Which may explain why he remains so calm, so upbeat in the face of adversity.
Look at their serenity. Look at their peacefulness. No matter what it is, they're so fulfilled and satisfied with like nothing.
Are you going to join them and give everything up and stop selling real estate? I don't get that sense.
No, I'm going to continue to sell real estate because I love what I do.
Good morning, sir.
How are you, babe?
First, he has to clean up his personal, financial, and legal mess, and the real estate market has to recover. He thinks that's at least 2 years away.
These foreclosures must end. You know, there are a lot of people right now that have properties that should not be had. Me included. I should not be. I should just stay to what I know, being a real estate salesman, not trying to be a real estate investor. In the future, I learned my lesson well.
Carlos Justo, the high flyer who was unshaken by his crash to earth, says when the market comes back, he'll be ready and rich again. I'm Jeffrey Kaufman for Nightline in Miami.